I'm not a huge fan of the YouTube's new upload engine thing. You can still use the classic one, but eventually it's gonna get phased out, so I better get used to this. I think they're trying to be more like, oh, here are more options for you to do things, but sometimes there's too much happening. Now I have to put in more effort, because usually I just start upload and press settings, change it to private so that no one can see it till I'm ready to release it on the classic. But for some reason now I have to press all these extra buttons before I can make it private, or the upload won't continue properly, or it will continue and then it's all public, and I just don't like it. I know they're trying to make things easier for people to upload ahead of time and schedule it, but you know, there are too many steps now. So not a big fan, but I'm gonna have to get used to it because they're gonna phase out the old version no matter what. I am still making my bed every single morning. I wonder if any of you guys notice what changes on top of my bed every day. It's a little change. It's pretty obvious, but I'm wondering if someone's caught on yet. I've been craving for a curry for some time now, especially when you play Pokemon Shield and Sword, because they make curry in that game and it looks really good. So I've been craving for it, so I got a curry, a tonkatsu curry, so it's really good. I'm excited. Since it is Monday, a new episode released for A Piece of Your Mind, but I'm not gonna watch it. Mainly because all the subtitles I've noticed for this website aren't properly in the videos yet, because I'll be watching, suddenly there'll be like 10 minutes of subtitles not being there. So I think the staff that work this website, they translate most of it and then they just put it up because there's a due date, I guess, because the episode's releasing. So I'm just gonna wait another day before watching it, because I tried watching last week, it was really a big struggle. But then when I rewatched it 2 days later, all the titles were there. So I think they're in a rush to dub everything, but to translate everything and do subtitles, it's a lot of work, I get it. So maybe that's why it's not ready. So I'm just gonna wait a day before watching this. Plus I gotta watch the other drama I started, so it's fine. The project this week is to work on my bookshelves. Basically, normally my couch here is pushed all the way to the edge. Mainly because two things. Two reasons, yeah. One is I get more distance from the TV, it's more comfortable. Because I push it too forward to look more up to the TV, because I ideally don't like this fireplace. It's not even a fireplace, technically. It's a fake fireplace, so I don't know. It's basically where the heating comes out. So instead of just having more of that bar thing on the bottom, they decided to make a fireplace to make it pretty. Honestly, it does nothing. It's just for it looks. But yeah, that's the only place I can put a TV. But yeah, that's why I have to push this to the end. Another reason why it doesn't really matter if I push it to the end is because the bottom two shelves on both these bookshelves are pretty useless. I don't put anything useful. I put things that need to be stored away, or etc. But looking on it now, I do want to put some stuff away, because right now on the bottom level is empty boxes, like for consoles and stuff. And then over here I have DVDs and Blu-rays of movies and TV shows. Yes, I still own those, because back in my day we didn't have Netflix or Disney Plus that are decent to this day. To be fair, I don't even watch those stuff anymore because they're all on Netflix, or I can watch them on Disney Plus, or I can find it on YouTube. So when I get a chance, I'm probably gonna find an old cardboard box and store all those away, because they're pointless. And then I'll store other stuff that I don't need, because in the end, this couch is, again, will be leaning towards the bookshelf. Because you might think that's counterproductive, but if I'm just storing things I never really use, then it's fine. Plus, originally my plan was to have the gap here, but then me having this couch here, it does take up a lot of space. So it is pointless. So that's why I pushed it to the back. But yeah, these boxes I'm probably gonna leave, because I'm missing one of these. I think I lost one of these shelves in the move, so that's why it's so big. So I'm probably gonna leave this, but then empty that eventually and put something else in. But for now, I'm gonna clear the clutter. When I mean clutter, I have like random things in front of books. But yeah, I'm gonna clean the clutter a little bit. One of my favorite video game YouTubers I like to watch is called V-Man. He's really good at fighting games, and he usually releases these series, which is basically the story mode of games on the hardest difficulty, and he plays through it seemingly like a movie. And because he's mastered every single character, it's a pleasure to watch his story mode gameplay of hard difficulty because he's so good at it. It's like watching a movie. He can juggle combos, and literally he's really good. I like watching it. It's like watching a movie. He's getting his ass kicked, but yeah, I love it. Good way to pass the time. Plus, you know, it gives me ideas of how to play certain characters I want to get used to at because he just knows every single combo for every single character. Dinner's gonna be some pre-made frozen lasagnas. They bake at 375 for 40 minutes. Very easy, and it's quite filling actually. Because it might look small, but it's actually quite filling. There's a lot of cheese and meat in this. Actually a good one. It's from Costco. Decided to eat some of my frozen foods because I have a lot. And some of my fresh stuff isn't expiring for another 5 days, so I can just save that for later. So I'm gonna eat this tonight, nice and simple, and less dishes to do. The plan for dinner tonight's gonna be, I'm gonna use these pieces of frozen lamb. They're really thinly cut. And then I'm gonna boil some udon noodles and put them together. But first off, I'm gonna boil off the noodles and then fry these off. They'll take like literally 30 seconds. And then I'll toss them in like a satay sauce and then throw them in with the udon noodles with soy sauce. It'll be really, really good. Haven't done that before, but it should be fine. It should work. As I said, I'm still eating all my frozen food, so this is meant for the hot pot, but actually goes really well as stir-fried lamb too. It actually turned out very good. So on top I have all the lamb, like all shrunk during the cooking. It's like shredded lamb right now. Underneath is the noodles. This also looks really good. It smells really good. I'm very happy with this. And then underneath that I have some bok choy and stuff. But yeah, very excited. It smells really good. Starting the vlog a little late in the day for once, because mainly nothing really happened during the day. Me and Yuna just got home from a long walk. Currently, me and Yuna have about 4 routes that we mapped out on how to walk. We're that bored. We have one that goes north, south, one west, one east, all 4 directions all covered. And basically it starts from my apartment and it goes all the way to a park or a field where I just make her run back and forth for a bit and then we come back. And then roughly every route takes about 45 minutes to an hour depending how long I waste the time at the park at the end. There and back, it's an hour. And yeah, so she's always confused where we're going because she's never sure where we're gonna end up because there's 4 different routes. She's pretty tired every time she's tried that. And the reason why I know it's 45 minutes to almost an hour long is because I have 4 different playlists now to use when I go for my walks. So yeah, just depends on my mood that day. I'm like, I want this playlist, but I make them all about 45 to an hour long. So it's good. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the night probably watching Korean dramas. Nothing new. The sun is going down. I was gonna make some dinner, but I'm not very hungry yet, so I might hold off until maybe after I walk Yuna. I'm just not hungry at all. I didn't have a big lunch, I'm just not feeling it for some reason today. Anyway, I'm just on Spotify right now. I'm just updating my playlist again and making sure they're all like a decent length for my walks. Also, I realized my song list, my number of like songs is really high, and I'm like listening to random songs yesterday, and I'm like, why did I add this song? I'm like, what is this song? So I think half the time when an artist releases an album, rather than liking specific songs in the album, I just save the whole album. So that's why when it randomly comes on, I'm like, what is this song? So I was tidying up a bit because, you know, it's exciting right now. There's so much to do. So I'm gonna do that, clean up my like song list, tidy up some playlists, and yeah, maybe watch some random YouTube. Maybe eat. We'll see. Going to make some frozen dumplings for dinner. As I said, a lot of frozen food, so I may also eat some now. Tomorrow I do have to make the chicken I have in my fridge though. I'm just gonna boil these. I'm not gonna go too fancy and pan fry. Mainly because when you pan fry, it's a bigger mess. Let's boil them off and I'll have a dipping sauce with it. Just as good. Well, it's good, but not as good as pan fry. So I'm just gonna boil in some water.